couple of dink shots, and then confidently grabs the orb. That'll give him another point towards the resurrection. And already the swing from Patitek. He'll take out his alter ego Eccles. They're trying to get this spike down on the A site, but so far it's G2 that are able to push them back, and it's just down to one final player here. Soulcas on the raise.
He'd go off. He does not feel safe, so he hasn't yet dedicated to the spike plant. But he will be able to get it free and clear inside the tuna can as the boombot goes out. Nope, here's the footsteps. Takes the first fight, wins it, and then rededicates himself to that spike plant. The pulse is coming out from the recon dart, not giving away his position, but there's targets everywhere. There's the jump peak coming through. So at least they do end up getting a spike plant and one kill. Because up until that moment, it was a disastrous round for Fish123. Paranoia coming in from Patitek to slow things down. Counter Paranoia coming out, but it doesn't quite connect. Patitek has to back off as the nades are coming through. Yikes, that's tough to get away from soulcas peaks as the nade detonates, and it will be site control here for Fish123.
Yep, we'll see a couple of those shots start to ring from mixwell, but it's ardiis from behind stealing that frag onto Eccles. It's still 4 strong here for Fish123. They got to start that retake. Pyth alongside Scream are trying to divide and conquer as they push in through lamps. The slow orb will make it difficult for soulcas to get out of here. They're just trying to get a little bit more athletic. Pyth, a great slow swing through the orb, and they will just decimate one at a time, player after player, in Fish123's force up. Not really going their way. Hasn't been working. If that win rate is below 50%, then why not just like suck up the pistol and go on rifles for that third round and have a better chance? Because now they're just bleeding 3 pretty much for free. But we'll see if they're able to get any of these sneaky little picks. davidp from behind, a great lurk through hookah. He'll just spray them all. Link will find one onto Pyth, but it's just down to the last and final player in hookah relatively soon. It's a lot of utility used back a site and towards A short from both sides of the attack and the defense. But it's soulcas that wants to get a little bit more involved. That's the showstopper. It'll find its mark onto ardiis. And now 4 remain for G2. The defense have arrived. The wall is up. The spike is down. And now it is up to G2 to get that retake underway.
Oh, you've got one holding the showers. Omen gonna take out Link. You've still got the Jet Mixwell on site. davidp taking out one through the cyber cage, gonna find another as well as he walks into the ice, slowly inching towards the U-Haul, where you've currently got the Sage going through and a great Paranoia coming out to blind him. It's all up to Eccles in the one-on-many. Managed to take it down to 2, but gets dropped by davidp.
123 to show us what they're capable of, and the fact that we're on another pistol looks like it's going to be another round for G2.
Oh my gosh, the Sage Wall. It's a gamble, and the peak does not work out well. We were just singing praises of davidp, but the aggression results in his immediate death. The ult coming out, though, the Hunter's Fury. He leaps up into the sky. The pulse is going to connect, actually hitting multiple targets. They try to push up quicker as Pyth had a dart in his belly giving away his position, and they will end up hitting that shot, but it's down to 2. It'll be the Omen and the Sova trying to work their way through on B long. ardiis in sight inside the tuna can, using the dark cover as a bit of cover, and yeah, Eccles goes for the port inside that smoke, and ardiis is just there waiting for him with the spike in his possession. The last remaining player is very low on HP over towards Octagon. Mixwell wants it very badly, but can't quite get it in time as Patitek is there with the Omen. They pulled a player off of the A-site defense. There's only one here. It's Mixwell, so when the push comes through, it's going to be quite difficult, especially as they have that Omen port available.
Oh, I like that move from the recon. Bolt, he gets out of position and manages to find the frag. It's Eccles that goes down. The in-game leader, no longer a part of the conversation, but can he call from beyond the grave? The rest of the team starting to funnel in to get that spike down with just 10 seconds left. Imagine if there was an orbital strike right about now. That spike would not be going down. Pyth will find one. It's just down to 3 for the side of Fish123, and they are not looking so good here. Mixwell trying to find an opportunity. Thought he saw somebody up there on the box with the boost. It's the Sage. And now G2 will start to funnel in soulcas in very deep water here as he'll be taken out, but Scream manages to survive long enough to find a 3K. It's all up to Link. davidp, with the classic of all weapons, will take out the Sova player.
ardiis again inside hookah, playing right around the corner, hoping to survive, but just taken out through the box. They've Seen him do it just far too many times. There's one inside the tuna can as well. That's mixwell going down. Doesn't even get a peek out. So it's up to Pyth, who's around the corner, and they just blew the wall trying to get over top of the cyber cage, but Pyth gets nothing. So now it's down to 2. A promising look right now from Fish123 as they've made their way onto the site. What can they do, though? It comes down to 1. It's Patitek coming in from spawn. A quick shot onto soulcas through the wall. A dink and a follow-up, actually. Scream there with the 3rd on the round. Scream starting to pick up his performance just a bit to try to boost Fish123 to a better scoreline in this first half. Started to rotate out of position, so it's up to davidp as ardiis has backed off. There's the ult being popped by ardiis for the time being, going a little bit vertical as he pops the Hunter's Fury, but won't actually take anybody out. davidp using an aggressive wall. We've seen this time and time again from davidp. Loses track of his target inside the smoke, so can't quite connect. But look at this, mixwell coming in. Shock dart as well is there. It's down to 2. Fish123 went for the push on B, but it hasn't worked out well for them at all. Echo's going to go for the spike plant on site. Eccles, though, has mixwell right around the corner. At least Kryptix was able to take him out before that would be a threat, but with the paranoia still active, he goes inside the tuna can and just cannot survive. 1 fatality on the round for G2. At times in that Omen role has a lot on his plate, being the IGL and the operator player and the Omen. Just a lot of responsibility there. davidp went a little bit aggressive with the peek initially, and he gets taken out. Eccles is back sight, and now he's trying to punish as well. There's still one here in position who is mixwell towards spawn as well, trying to offer up some support, but now it comes down to the man we were just praising, the Omen. A 1-on-5, a 3rd round looking likely here for Fish123. So sure, they end the half with an exclamation point, but for the most part, it's been a dull first half for Fish123. They desperately need to pick up that pistol in that second half. As he goes for the peak, first one's going to be his, but obviously the trade is there. So Fish123, they cap it off, they make that 9-3, but the 16-6 performance coming in from Patitek here in the first half. But you can see the damage dealt. Sova's on about half HP. Omen, very, very close to death. soulcas is going to send the boombot in first, going right behind it. Nice. Great paranoia coming out to slow them down. Mixwell will pick one off in the meantime. Another paranoia coming out. This one working out nicely for Fish123. Kryptix goes around the corner, and now it comes down to 1. It comes down to ardiis on site. Fantastic retake coming out from Fish123 here in the pistol. Gonna get challenged, drops off the box. Paranoia is perfect. They know he's around the corner, but it doesn't make a difference. The shotgun is so incredibly powerful. Speaking of shotguns, you've got Link here as well with the Bucky. 1 through the cyber cage, looking for more. Great damage dealt. But now it's Eccles who has to step up. Oh, the dash out from the Jet working out nicely, but it's Kryptix who has survived the round with 3 kills coming in from Fish123.
Pistols, and then have a gun round on the 3rd round, and Fish123 is in a weird economic position. I wonder if that's a great counter, but more theory crafting will have to kind of come of it. Mixwell, of course, has the Bladestone available, looking to use it quite effectively here. Unfortunately, can't land those knives, and now having to get out of a sticky situation. It's the rest of the team that are trying to hold off these pushes coming in from all angles on that A side. soulcas has got the Bulldog and now swaps places with Eccles, who's only got a Frenzy and a Marshall, but can't use the Marshall at close range. It's G2 that pull off. They'll find a pick. Pyth manages to escape too, and they'll start to hunt him down. But why? They've taken the connector. They're getting that spike down, and the B site is ready for the post plant.
How does G2 handle this one, though? The numbers working against them, just pistols in their possession. You've got Mixwell around the corner, low on HP, and soulcas isn't having any of that. Sprays him down through the box. 25 HP for the Raze as he leaps out the window. Patitek's here, and he's got 71 HP and a classic. First shot right on the money. Takes the second exchange. Obviously not going to go his direction when the Bulldog starts firing away.
Make a little noise, and G2 now they're ready for the push in. They'll start to hover in around Hookah as Mixwell gets aggressive. It's a wall to stop the push further from Scream, but they'll still get that spike down, and little do they know that wall actually helps G2 in the process. And now it's a weird retake. Echo's going to find one with the operator. That's going to be great, but that wasn't even on the B site. That was the A site, but it doesn't even matter as G2, they fall left and right just down to davidp, and he's on the retreat with the Ghost.
Not exactly the performance we expect to see. Patitek goes aggressive, has to drop the spike back behind him, and in that time, Scream gets into a better position and takes him out through the box, tries to go for the leap, but it doesn't really matter. Scream's found 3. Mixwell has to peek for the punish, and they brought it down to now 2 and upgraded to an operator. The Boombot going to give away the position there of Pyth, but they knew he was present anyway.
Going to throw those smokes down, and as a result, that might be the cross that's trying to help the push forward. It's soulcas who's there in the back corner now. As Pyth swings. That operator will go back into the hands of Fish123 there.
As the op roll for either team, the rest of the team has obviously helped boost those performances up. There's the rocket pop coming out from soulcas, so that'll be ardiis going out almost immediately. Now they do have the res available on both sides. There's the boombot going in as well. The question is whether or not they can try and get that res through. So there's the res coming through, but they can't really peek freely on the back of that. Eccles does spot mixwell as he was holding for the push to come through just in case they tried to stop that res from being a thing. So that mixwell going down, Eccles immediately traded out. Pushing through is going to be soulcas, and he'll take out pyth. So now it comes down to 2 here for G2. It's davidp who's in the U-Haul, peeking wide, and it's down to 1 now. It's the hero who's been fantastic thus far at times. Patitek goes ahead and sends some utility towards the site, but then the slow orb makes it incredibly difficult for him to even get out of position.
Take us to map number 2.
This is an impressive recovery from Fish123 despite the early hiccups. Now, there is that ult lead-in from mixwell. Kryptix goes back behind the double stack, but mixwell's already made it into elbow. That's a nice shot coming out from Scream. They have to watch out for mixwell, who's in position, but he doesn't get a chance to even send out one of those blades. The round is stomped out yet again as Fish123 crushed the B push.
And in some of those spike plants, it feels kind of desperate. They're like down to 2, they'll get it down, but they don't have the man advantage to really do anything. But this is a great start for G2, their first man advantage on what I presume a soft buy, not even really having the weaponry to deal with. But that's a great opening. And now Scream picking up this operator. That's going to be a couple of these G2 members that have already pulled off the site. The execute was there. They brought the resources over for the side of Fish123, but now they've got complete control of this B site. And the weaponry tells us it's not the eco. They're locked and loaded, and they want to make this round number 11.
Through as the recon dart gets taken out. His position's been spotted, but he's on the other side of the tuna can. Link comes through with the first kill. Another one coming in from Link, and hold on. Fish123 have managed to make it a 2-on-3. davidp is lurking around the back end of the play. First one will be his execution onto soulcas as well. And that's the round lost. Scream was too far disconnected from the play. Now he's got the operator as well. Doesn't want to give that one up. Perfect. There's the camera as well. soulcas is right around this corner, ready to punish. He's got the nade as well. All he has to do is time it nicely, even though he has all that intel somehow, some way. Patitek is there as the omen to punish. Scream wants to use his own wall to get some verticality to peer over the opposite sage wall, try and find an angle, a line of sight towards the site. Instead, he'll end up falling to pyth. And the defense crumbles here on the A side. It's down to a 3-on-3 retake.
Oh, I like this from Patitek. Does he expect it? Oh, Kryptix had no idea. Oh, man, that smoke was so good. And he hit in it perfectly as it dissipated. They didn't even know each other existed until that point. Now it's just down to 2 for Fish123. Does feel like this could be map point for G2, but Eccles, he wants to be a part of the conversation. Down to the 2v2. That spike's ticking, but it's a great swing from davidp. Eccles needs to get involved, but he's got the swing. It's not good. It's davidp. He takes us to match point for G2.
They clear this corner with the owl drone. No. So that could be a problem. The anticipation that there's no one there, and you can see it already works out well for davidp. Immediately punished. So they lose the sage and they lose davidp, which is also important as he's been a top performer for this team at times. soulcas in position, spotted out by the dart. Mixwell hits the quick shot. Eccles spotting out Patitek, who tries to get into that better position inside U-Haul, will bring it down to a 3-on-3.
That's going to be the shock dart, trying to clear it out, but unfortunately it does not go deep enough still. Like you said, it is the 3-on-3. They try to push in aggressively. Mixwell hopping into lamps. pyth, unfortunately, will be smoked off, and so this might be a lot of space that Fish123 gain. The paranoia to try to stop them from pushing forward. Here's the engagement. The spray's good from ardiis. It's the quick trade. Mixwell needs to get out of there, but he hops right back in, gets domed right by Kryptix, and now it's just down to pyth. The swing is good. Now down to the 1v1. It's Link against pyth, and that's going to be the first spray, but it doesn't connect through the box. The clip is starting to run dry, and it's good! It's G2 that win the first map on Bind.
And again, it's a weird round coming in from the attacking side of G2. Oh, the wall just comes in a second too late, so Link will get taken out by Mixwell, who waited for that opportunity so patiently. Scream, back of sight. Nice flash coming out. He's got 2 targets, though, coming his direction, and the leaping ardiis proves to be too much to deal with. So the spike should be secured, and the site has been lost here. But the retake is already well underway, with bodies already building up in that area. soulcas just sees his teammate go down behind him, and now pyth is there as well. It all falls onto one. It's going to be the Cypher. This round, just very strange with the way that it plays out. G2 putting feelers out across the map. That fast B play. They changed their mind. Look at Kryptix right around the corner with the Bucky. Sees the pistol first, goes for the peek. Second target there. Can't quite get the pulses from that shotgun to connect. And now he's down to 65 HP and stuck in a very difficult position. First shock dart, making a follow-up. Nothing can be done. So now they'll be moving in with the Owl drone. They'll spot the one right outside of main with the Judge. Eccles can't even port out in time. This defense falling pretty quickly here as there's one also coming in on long. That'll be the Sage with the flank. The Tremor coming out from Breach, from Scream himself. Nice shots onto the site from soulcas with the shotgun. There's more currently in Hell. The Judge is going to have to do the dirty work. There's one right around the corner, and the shotgun is perfect for the scenario. Their opponent, who had a similar problem. The dart's going into B main. Link going to get one as Mixwell gets a little bit too close for comfort. Link gets dropped down low on HP.
And now here, looking to do the same, but so far Fish123 making it very difficult. That force up. Now G2 trying to look for another opportunity towards B. It worked last time on the pistol, but will it work again? As Fish123 are denying the push forward. The spray through the HUD actually will take out soulcas. I'm not even sure where ardiis was aiming to get that frag, but they open things up with 2 picks, and now Fish123, they have to react.
Kryptix has made it up to spawn. Scream is there as well, and as the smoke comes down, the dark cover doesn't pop quick enough. This will be a solid move as there is one right around the corner that flushes him out of position straight into Eccles' aim. The pulse is coming out from the ult from ardiis, end up working out for at least one. Through the smoke goes davidp, does great damage to Eccles, but afraid to repeak because there is 2 targets there. Now he's moved over towards lane, and there's not much that Eccles can do about that one. It's all up to Kryptix here with the Phantom in the 1-on-2, down to 39 HP. They're both behind the default box. Good double peek coming out from G2. Good damage dealt here by Fish123, as now the spike goes down. Link's got a line of sight through this wall, and he can actually just walk right around it. And as he tries to peek, he'll end up taking significant damage through the edge of the wall. The recon dart looking to give away some positions. Scream spraying through that smoke. Can't actually hit as the generator is in the way. It comes down to one on the site against one over towards long, and it's davidp. It's exactly who you want in that scenario.
Lock it up to playstyle as Fish123 get a little bit aggressive on their own front, and will take out an early pick from G2.
The ult coming through from Mixwell, and Dice's Link to pieces. Same could be said for Kryptix. Goes up inside the dark cover. Eccles is like, okay, that's enough of that. And as a result, it's now down to 1. It's the Omen. Patitek, he's on site. Goes for the dark cover towards spawn. Decides to just hide inside of it. Gonna port past. He walks a little bit too far up. Gets spotted as the barrel starts to poke through. Move up towards short. You've got 2 currently playing defense here. You've got Link and you've got Scream. Scream goes down almost instantaneously to davidp. The Sage v Sage battle goes the direction of Fish123. Great shots coming out from Link, as well as Mixwell will go down and result in a 2-on-2. Nice res also coming out on Scream to give them the numbers advantage in the retake.
There's going to be the Hunter's Fury from what I assume is ardiis. He's going to try to get a couple of tags and maybe even look for a frag. And quite honestly, if he got that there, that would have been huge because they would have nullified the res, but they don't in this case. ardiis now having to reposition just down to one final player. It's Patitek. And as he peeks through the archways, it's soulcas that'll take him down. If Fish123 are able to find these retakes, it's because the post plant is difficult for G2 to get into a comfortable position. We're seeing that here. ardiis, he's like, where am I going? Where are we? Link finds 2. Is there no communication to say that there's one fragging from behind? The entire team was looking up towards heaven, and Link was just like, okay, I'm going to line up my crosshair.
Once they go ahead and break that glass, Eccles is done for.
Yep. You called it, but still it's Scream that is there from behind. They maybe did not anticipate the push up the ramp. And still that spike likely going to go down any moment now. They're going to plant what looks like to be in a new position. Not really behind the generator. And that might be the call for the post plant. You know, they've struggled with it before. Maybe that angle is better for them in holding down that spike. As they get into an engagement with Patitek, they help Scream push up forward, and now it's the man advantage. It's the 4v3. Mixwell in a great position. Shot's going to be clean, and still, I don't know if they closed that door before, but it's still wide open for the defense to funnel in. Regardless, they will funnel in from heaven. And as one, they will get picked off one at a time. ardiis gets the penetration from what it looks like to be the wall there. He shoots in from long. Mixwell has a clean shot, and it's just down to soulcas. He drops down. Finally, a great post plant for G2.
Series alone, so I'm looking to that series as a bit of a sampler for what we should expect to see from Fish123 in that second half.
And quite honestly, there's only 2 rounds that remain, including this one, as we'll start to see it go the way of Fish123. An early pick from Kryptix as they'll start to push forward, but it's Mixwell. He slices, he dices, he finds 2 frags, but at what cost? His teammates, they're falling all around. It's just ardiis that last remains in the 1v3. Has the Hunter's Fury available. Likely not going to use it here, but that spike is down. Sees the one peek behind the generator, and now as he's flashed, he stays close left. Kryptix with the 4K on the round. A great hold from Fish123. Let's see G2 poised towards Catwalk, and Eccles, he'll be in a little bit of trouble as now they'll start to swing one at a time. Finds one, but it's Scream there with 2. Will deny the push forward into the Dream Room. And now it's just down to ardiis. Once again, the rolling red carpet is going to come out, and Scream peeks down A long. We'll find that frag onto ardiis. 7-5. Prediction comes through.
I don't even know. For like not even a minute. It just like disappeared for a second and then came back. But I still could go to some websites. It was like my DNS just died. Regardless, here comes the push towards the site. ardiis goes to the burst fire for the first shot. It fans out and doesn't do as much damage as you would expect. Still able to win that 1v1, but Scream is there for the immediate trade. So it's a 4-on-4. Spikes found its way towards the site. And going down inside the muck of that B site, Scream gets peeked by Mixwell, starts to spam through the dark cover. They've got lane control and they've got stairs control as well. They've made their way into the house where they can trigger the door, and you can see the leaping target trying to dodge the shots coming through the wall. Paranoia into the site. Camera gives away their positions. They start to move up closer. Kryptix from back behind the default box, not able to do much, and it comes down to Scream here, trying to get through the door, but the spike's already being stuck, and it's looking like it's going to be around here for G2. There's just too much in his way to stop him from getting back in. Scream, with the great shots, finds a 4K, but at that point, the round was already lost, and G2 pick up the pistol. He has pushed some weight in that direction. Pyth has to pop the cyber cage as there's targets right around the corner, and they're just going to pour through. First one's going to be his. Super low on HP, decides to go to the sidearm. He's got support from Mixwell, but both players will go down in the end. It's a 3-on-2, and they're going to get that spike over towards the site.
As G2 are struggling to really deal with that force up, they've got to come in with the weaponry too. No longer can you just hold on to a ghost in the second round and hope to buy an operator on the third. You got to get involved. You got to get active. But how can you read that? You can't. You can't anticipate the opposite team either pistoling or forcing. And so Fish123 constantly bringing it to their opposition, and it nets them around. And soulcas that ends up falling. And now they'll push forward. davidp waiting close down below. There's a great cross set up by ardiis, but they're still waiting to jump in. It's a great positioning, but davidp, he's hesitant on the trigger. And now ardiis with 4 on the round. The Phantom that was brought in pays in tenfold.
As you have site control, and you can see the Sage is right around the corner. Heal going out as well to try and bring everyone back to full HP.
Oh, wow. soulcas right through the floor. It's the recon bolt that spots Mixwell, and then he capitalizes on that information. They'll still try to push forward by the defense, but now it's just down to Scream. And all the last that remains is Eccles. He's got to swing around this wall. He does so, but it's ardiis that's prepared with a spray from the Phantom. So this is obviously not a spy cam that we're looking at. We're just looking at a different angle. But now the Hunter's Fury going to come in from ardiis. He's going to tag one, and little does he know, he might find a little bit more than he bargained for. He'll find one as the rest of G2 will decimate the opposition that are moving forward. Unfortunately for Fish123, it's only pistols in their hands. But G2, they're still split twice on both sides. soulcas trying to clear out anyone who may be hovering around that A side. But davidp, he sees an army pushing in towards the B side. It's the aftershock that pushes him even further back. And now Mixwell is going to need to get here in time quite quickly as davidp's all on his lonesome. How many can he get? Finds one so far, but can he find the second? That'll be the best translation there. He'll find 2. Can he find the third? Cannot. It's Scream. But how long will the team survive here for the side of Fish123? soulcas now incredibly late on the rotation. As it's just down to the defense, the mixwell swing will work out well for him. And as soulcas peers into the site, it's pyth that is ready with the crawl alongside pyth towards this A side. They've got tripwire set up with that recon bolt about to make it very difficult. As how do you react? There's a red carpet being rolled out, but the paranoia is at least a decent answer, but still they will lose one in the process. It's Scream that pushes forward. Mixwell, he's ready on the side. Patitek is not alone in this battle as Mixwell will provide the firepower at a distance as he pulls back towards Heaven with ardiis. One kill coming in from Patitek, looking for the second, looking for the third. Patitek, yes! G2 defend yet another push, and that'll be round 11 for G2.
Fish123 haven't necessarily gotten onto the site as much, but it's those retakes that are just too strong to deal with. Aggression coming out yet again, and it is punished as there's trades going in both directions. We'll have one player who's currently sitting on the sidelines. Link is pushed up mid towards Market. Mixwell doesn't even see it coming, so assassinated by the Sage, but there's another kill coming out from ardiis, who's spamming away. He's got some support coming in from the Omen as well, and it's another one! Brings it down to Eccles with the Bulldog, backside of Market, gunned down by pyth. That's 12 rounds now for G2, one away from taking the series and being crowned champions.
This could be the last and final round for Fish123.
It's an early advantage, at least, for Fish123. Somehow it works out nicely for them. And there's davidp, though, chiming in with 3 of his own. davidp with a solid defense, but it's a bounce back coming in from Fish123. Don't count them out of it yet, as they found themselves in a 2-on-2. But as I say that, Scream tries to flash and gets gunned down through the wall. It's all up to soulcas, the Sova, to keep things going. First peak not going to be his. It will be G2, your champions here of the WePlay Valorant Invitational.